like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for one, man, forget about peace. You take the west, I'll take on the east. I'ma put him in the cage, never let out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Beg, please get on your knees. Came from the jungle, up in the trees. I got a few tricks up in the sleeve. One wrong move, I'ma let out the. Big shoes, check out the crease. Blow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat. Make a man's run till he step out the cleats. When the whole place scream, gotta get out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. Let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah. I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Cold like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for one, man, forget about peace. You take the west, I'll take on the east. I'ma put him in the cage, never let out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Beg, please get on your knees. Came from the jungle, up in the trees. I got a few tricks up in the sleeve. One wrong move, I'ma let out the. Big shoes, check out the crease. Blow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat. Make a man's run till he step out the cleats. When the whole place scream, gotta get out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. Let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Cold like 0 degrees.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of this. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
You paying for that? Yeah, I was gonna say your bootleg shit is faster than the one.
I got YouTube TV.
That's crazy.
No, you got the box. I thought you got the box.
I do for like the pay-per-view fights and stuff. But
Why
like,
would you have anything else if you have that box? Why would you pay for anything?
well, I have my brother's login information. I'm still gonna use it.
Yo.
Oh yeah.
Not trying to expose your streaming,
right.
expose your streaming habit,
Right.
your sources, but
Hey, man.
Yeah. But we back with Down to the Wire as always. Got Lee and Sebastian here with me. How y'all feeling, man? It's been a busy week, man. It's been a busy week in the NFL.
it's been a busy week. Jets are on right now. I'm not having a good time, but we're still alive. It's coming out of halftime. Just got the third down punt, the third down stop and the punt. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be very distracted during the stream. Just I got it on right over there. So.
Lee gonna be wilding, man. Hopefully something crazy happens mid-game and he crashes out on stream. I love it.
We're down 17. I was feeling real bad. They at least got that last touchdown.
I need Gardner to lock in. Jettas keeps exposing him. But yeah, it's a good week, man. It's a good time. NFL basketball's around the corner. My Knicks made a big trade. You know what I'm saying? Yankees in the playoffs.
Yankees
got the win last night. I'm in good mood.
Shout out to the Mets too. They've been
I'd like a Subway
every
series.
game is so dramatic. Every game is so dramatic. They keep coming back. But
you know the league wants Shohei and Judge, so the fix is in. I don't know if y'all saw. The fix was in last night.
They'll take either. They'll take either Subway Series or
right.
For sure.
The fix was in last night, bro. Jazz was out at second, but that's okay.
He was out. Yeah,
he was so out, bro.
And they reviewed it. They reviewed it too.
They said, nah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So our first segment, as always, Thursday Night Football, man. So we had the Buccaneers and the Falcons. Kirk Cousins went off. 500 yards, over 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, overtime victory. Drake London finally showed up in the NFL.
Pitts too.
Yeah, Pitts too. Pitts too.
Man.
So what are y'all takeaways from this game?
That's the Falcons. That's the Falcons everyone
Yeah.
thought they could be. Like they're finally like hitting their stride. Took them a couple weeks to get going, but Kyle Pitts is alive. Congratulations, everyone, because I benched him. I finally benched him this week, and of course he goes off for a season high. So you're welcome. You're welcome. Drake London too. Drake London looks legit. I think if Kirk is going to keep throwing like this, I don't see why Drake London can't finish as like a top like 5 wide receiver.
Yeah, I really like what I saw from the Falcons, especially Kirk. You know, is he the comeback player of the year? I know Darnold has been slotted for that, but Kirk was out last year. He tore his stuff, and I didn't see him like pushing off on that back foot as much or like driving through it on his throws. I feel like that'll come over time, but he looked good. You know, like the ball had some zip on it. I mean, that's 500 yards. It's crazy. He was on my bench. Hopefully Lamar shows out today.
On your bench?
I have Lamar. Well, you are
yeah.
to play. Listen, bro, it hurts. It hurt me. Trust me. I was watching.
You can't be mad. You can't be mad at that though, because
Yeah.
like you were never gonna play him.
I was going to play him. We'll see. Hopefully Lamar shows out.
Maybe some
But
trade
yeah,
value there.
Yeah.
Are you guys? You got Bijan in that league we did, right? In your league, are you worried about Bijan at all? Because what's his name? Tyler Algier or whatever was getting carries. The overtime, he was in on the overtime drive and the last fourth quarter
He's
drive.
good, man.
So 2 things.
Bijan
on that.
wasn't even in.
Yeah.
2 things on that. I have. Should I trade Bijan in my talking points for this?
It's hard because it's hard because if you'll be selling like low. I feel like now his value is just low.
But the thing with Bijan too is like he's not bad. He's just not giving
he's
you
doing
that.
it.
He's
that
not giving me the
personal
production
value.
I need. Yeah, bro. I drafted him with my first pick, bro. I need more than this.
But he's solid. He's still solid though. So it's like if he has some good games thrown in there, it may even out.
Mm-hmm. So my question for y'all is: do you think with the Falcons winning these close games, they beat the Eagles a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike. They just win this one. They came back, in grand fashion versus the Buccaneers. Do you think they'll win the South? I think Lee, you chose them to win the South.
I was big on Baker a couple of weeks ago,
Mhm.
but I think the past couple of weeks he's kind of tailored off, and the Falcons have kind of taken off.
Mhm.
So it's like, I mean, obviously it's a week to week league, but like right now, it's hard to beat the Falcons, especially on paper, because they made so many moves in the offseason. They got Jesse Bates too. Like they did a bunch of stuff.
Mhm.
So at least on paper, I think they have the best team on paper and they're playing the best right now. But there's no one really else in that division that's standing out to me. So yeah, I think the Falcons are probably going to take it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's between those two teams, like Buccaneers, Falcons. I mean, we talk about how good like Kirk Cousins played, but like Baker Mayfield's been playing amazing too. Like, so it's if he continues to play like that, Buccaneers will be right there. I don't know. I honestly, it's funny. Like, if you look at both teams, it's like whoever can discover the running game, like, probably gets it. You know what I mean? Like,
And you would think
Yeah.
it would be the Falcons, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But who knows?
I think that alone too, because as good as the Falcons just shown they could be, they haven't been fully unlocked yet. Because even in this game, Bijan didn't go off. He didn't go crazy. He still hasn't had that crazy breakout game.
Yeah.
So like what makes the Falcons so dangerous is that if once they find that running game, they could give Bijan the ball 25 carries a game and beat you, or they could let Kirk throw 50 times and beat you. Like they're so versatile. So like once they get Bijan going, they're going to be another level.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what's interesting is like kind of the way the Falcons are set up. It's I don't know if they need like Bijan in like a high volume. You know what I mean? Because like Algier is like he's the power back. Like I mean he's getting like 4 or 5 yards a carry. And then you have like Bijan who can catch out the backfield and you know is electric. But it's like they have some if they can unlock like Pitts and London and all that, like they don't really need him to be like that CMC type where he's just getting a high volume. So it's interesting because I'm just like I don't know what that says for them. I mean, obviously, you know, they're not gonna like trade him or anything, but it's just like I don't know if he'll ever like hit that like ceiling that everybody expects him to because I don't think that their team is set up like that.
Well, I think eventually they're gonna have more positive game scripts. Like they've been having
Yeah.
some crazy wins, like going down to the wire.
Yeah.
So, but eventually, I think this team is good enough where they're gonna start being favored in games. You know, like going
Yeah,
forward, and like eventually they're gonna have some more positive game scripts where they can lean on that run game. I'm more worried about just them being a complete 50-50 split because it seems
Yeah.
like it's more of a split than people thought it was gonna be.
Well, and that's kind of what I was gonna say. Even further along in the game, like uh, yeah, I couldn't hear you guys.
You're back. You're back.
No, I can hear you guys now.
Oh, you can? Okay, cool. Yeah, they said we're lagging. Now it says no sound.
Yeah, you should be good now.
Yeah. Okay.
What we're talking about?
Just overall takeaways from that game. I mean, y'all have anything for the Bucks?
The
They look
Bucks.
good to start. They look great. They just kind of folded at the end, really.
Bucks look great, man.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, I mean Baker didn't even get a chance to get the ball at the end. That's what the thing was. So it's like, yeah, they lost, but they didn't like. I know there's no such thing as moral victories, but like they proved they're right there with the Falcons. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, keeping on that topic, I'm gonna skip around a little bit. But Baker Mayfield, we're talking about Baker. We're talking about, I know you're watching the game with Darnold, but it's just like Baker has been in the talks for early MVP consideration. So who do you think is the front runner right now? You think it's Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, or someone else?
For me personally, it's Josh Allen, and I know he's coming off a bad game versus the Ravens, but I do still think the narrative is there. He doesn't have any real supporting system, like as far as weapons. I know he has rookies and some, you know, journeyman kind of receivers. But in general, like he doesn't have much. It's just him and James Cook, and they're still putting up really great numbers on offense, at least every other week or so. So a lot of times MVP is a narrative award, and we learned last year that it's going to be a quarterback no matter what. So I do think it's Allen's to lose, unless Lamar just absolutely goes off towards the end of the season again. But I do think it's Allen. I like the story that we're getting from Baker and Darnold. I don't think that we'll get to a point where they consistently done this all season, where it's like, yo, I'm picking them over one of the other more sexy names, one of the other like more consistent names at the top there.
Yeah, we're talking about MVP, right? I think it's definitely Josh Allen because, I definitely agree with Josh Allen. I mean, statistically, he's yet to throw a pick this year. So, and they're 3-1. And you think about all the other normal having crazy years. Lamar is not really. The Ravens themselves haven't really been winning. I could easily see them getting the 1 seed in the AFC too.
Yeah, I think the other piece is like he hasn't won it yet. You know what I mean? Like it's his year to get it.
Yeah, like they're not going to give it to Lamar again unless Lamar has a crazy historic year, which he's not going to do.
Mhm.
And then Mahomes' standard is so high, and I don't see that the Chiefs are really struggling without. We'll see how they do without Rice going forward. But
Yeah. I don't know. I think you're right. Like it's definitely like Josh Allen's to lose. But I think I don't know. Like a few more weeks of Darnold and Mayfield playing the way that they are, it's going to be hard to kind of
argue it.
Yeah, because right now they're both outperforming them right now. Their teams are playing well. So I don't know. It seems like that's always like the thing with Josh Allen. Like he's kind of like he's always like 2 or like 3, like in the conversation of whatever you're talking about. But it's like he's there, and it's just like he just doesn't get over the hump because like someone else is always doing a little bit more.
Yeah. I think the thing with Darnold though is that he's gonna get the Purdy treatment, where let's say the Vikings are like 14-2, they're gonna be like, is it Darnold or is it the team? Because he's got Justin Jefferson, he's got Aaron Jones.
I feel like they're already giving Darnold more love than they gave Purdy. I'm not even kidding. Like the Niners were stacked on a different level than the Vikings are, right? Like they just are. Yeah. Aaron Jones in comparison to Christian McCaffrey, it's not comparison. Jettas, yeah, but like after Jettas, like Addison, okay, cool. Like it's nothing. They're not stacked to that degree.
Well, I think we saw what he was too. Like we saw what Darnold was already. So like people already were like, oh, he's not good. Like they already wrote him off, and then it was just like, okay, now he's playing well. It's like, you know what I mean? Like and like you said, like they don't have a stacked team, so it's kind of easier to go that way with him.
Yeah, if it's gonna be that case, I would say that's more likely for Mayfield because he does have 2 proven I don't say all time, but at least one all time great wide receiver. And like Godwin's there.
I don't think it happens for Mayfield either, man.
Yeah.
I think I think the narrative is probably there more for Baker than it is for Darnold, just because he's like who he is. But I don't know, Baker Mayfield MVP as a Buccaneers, like that's the story, man.
Sounds crazy. Sounds crazy.
That's the story.
I need it not to happen just so I don't hear Merwin's mouth, bro.
Yeah.
I can't deal with that, bro.
That's fair.
I mean, what if the Falcons go on a crazy run and the Falcons get the 1 seed?
Kirk?
What about Kirk? Yeah.
Kirk's
one of those like it'll be like a lifetime achievement award kind of, you know.
A Kirk Cousins MVP after the ACL would be crazy, bro. Was it ACL or Achilles? I don't even remember, but that'd be crazy.
I can't see him giving it to Kirk.
They keep winning these close games. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but
These close games.
yeah, but you look at the week before, it was like it wasn't him at all. Like it was the kicker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. Could be Kirk. I still think he has too many duds.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're saying Josh in the chat here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
His own. I mean, I don't know if he had like duds. His own. I mean, when the only game he had more. I guess week 1 it was the Steelers. He was bad, but
Steelers have a great defense though.
yeah.
I mean,
that was week 1. Like that was week 1. Yeah.
That's not like a.
What did he do? What did he do last?
Can't
week?
escape that though.
Did he play well last week? Or?
He didn't do much. He had no touchdowns and 1 pick.
It's pretty bad.
But he got him a win.
Well, they got to win.
They got the win.
They got the win.
He got him in field goal range. He got him in field goal range.
8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
It's not great, bro. I don't even know what Allen's numbers are. I just know that they were better than that.
And also,
he's got like 7 touchdowns, no picks.
But also, you got to remember, like Kirk Cousins just threw for 500 and 4. You know what I mean? So it just inflated it. Like before this, he was
he's a game ahead. He's a game ahead.
Yeah, but before this, he was what? It's like 800 yards and 4 touchdowns. So he's 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions going into this week.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
It's not gonna be Kirk, bro.
Yeah, it's not gonna be Kirk.
He's sleeping on Kirk.
It's not gonna be Kirk, bro.
Sleeping on Kirk.
Allen got 9 total touchdowns, no picks.
Listen, Darnold and Mayfield, you know, they got the numbers. So I don't know. But they are a game ahead. So we'll see.
Darnold. We'll see.
All right. I mean, well, the hot topic of this week, obviously, is Davante Adams. So you know, Lee, I know where you want him to go. But where do you think he will ultimately end up?
He's going to the Jets. Right after the Jets finish blowing this game to the Vikings, they're just gonna give him whatever the Raiders want. It's like they're gonna have no choice. If they lose this game, they go 2-3.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? They're all getting fired if they don't make the playoffs. So you might as well.
My bad. I just looked away to watch probably the worst pass of Aaron Rodgers' career. So yeah, they need him. they definitely need him over there.
I don't think it'll help because he's only so much a wide receiver can do, and that's not the Jets' problem. Yeah. But they're definitely just gonna go get him because again, they're all gonna get fired if they don't make the playoffs. So
yeah, bro. I don't know what the Jets' exact problem is, but we did have a SOS searching for Breece Hall in the comments.
Yeah.
Earlier, missing person. So I don't know what's good with Breece, but
it's the O-line. The problem is the O-line.
But
like, look how much like Aaron's getting hit like every other play. Like he just got hit right now. There's no running holes. It's all new pieces. Like they all got big names, but they're all new pieces. So it's gonna take them It's gonna take them like half the year to like gel.
We gonna crash out midstream. I love it. But he went Jets. I won't go Jets. I'm gonna go with. I just mentioned Josh Allen and the Bills. Like if this is their year, if they really believe they can win this year, they could use a big time receiver like that. I know
I don't know, but Aaron Rodgers is hurt again. Speaking of the O-line, Aaron Rodgers not getting up.
Oh my god! Damn.
Now they're not getting him because there's no point. Now they're not getting him because there's no point.
He's hurt? Or?
Yeah,
he's
hurt,
like on his back, grabbing his knee right now.
Oh my god!
It banged right there. He landed like weird on it.
He's walking at least. He's walking.
No, he's fucked. He's fucked. Look at the replay. Oh yeah, he's
okay. So where's Davante Adams going now?
Not going to the Jets.
Not going to the Jets. Now he's that trade's done. I don't know.
So Ravens or Bills, bro. I was saying Bills. He posted on his Instagram Edgar Allan Poe. So apparently he wants to be with a.
I think he was trolling. I think that shit.
I think Steelers, man.
Steelers?
I think they were high on like trying to get Ayuk early in the season.
Yeah, but I don't. I think Adams is gonna have a say in where he wants to go. I don't think he doesn't have a no trade clause, but he's gonna have a say, and he wants to go to a good quarterback. Man, he's sick of playing with these trash quarterbacks. He's not gonna want to play with Justin Fields.
He's not gonna want to, but I feel like some of these other teams may have more to offer.
Listen, bro. He in love with Derek Carr, and his other love, Aaron Rodgers, just got injured. So we probably see him on the Saints for whatever reason. I don't
I
get
don't know
it.
what the Saints salary cap is because their shit is so illegal. They've been over the cap so
Yeah.
long. I don't know how they're still like getting anyone. So who knows?
Yeah,
They'd be doing
I don't
something.
even know how he fits in the Saints. Like, I mean, it's just a lot of pieces. Like Davante and
I mean,
Olave.
they don't really have anyone besides Olave, like
Yeah.
legit threats. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, Justin Fields is trash compared to Davante Adams'
Expectations of his
Yeah.
quarterback. Why would you leave? I mean, I guess Fields is better than Aiden McConnell or whatever, and Gardner Minshew. But like, if you're leaving, if
I'm
you're
a
doing
fan of
this,
Fields. I
it's
still think Fields can be unlocked, but I don't think Davante Adams wants to go play with him.
He definitely doesn't want to go there, but I think that could work.
Listen, man, get my boy Josh
'Cause-
Allen the number one receiver.
Well,
bro.
how like you talk about storyline, right? How cool would it be if like Davante Adams did go to the Steelers and it's kind of like, oh, exactly like what everyone was saying he didn't get on the Bears. Like now he gets that shot. Where it's just like now you have Pickens, you have Davante Adams, you know, you have Freiermuth, like you have a decent weapons around you, and you can actually like see, you can actually evaluate them because that's what it would be.
I'd be forgetting that the Steelers
Is
are
Rodgers
your other
still in
team.
the game? Rodgers didn't come out?
Huh?
I'd be forgetting that the Steelers are your other team.
What do you mean?
You just
yeah.
love them so much.
No,
bro.
I'm not like, but I'm just saying like they were going after Ayuk and they were what's it called? Like they want a receiver, so it would make sense. Like to me, like he doesn't want to go there, but I'm saying like in every other way you look at it, like it makes sense. They need offense. Like he can mentor Pickens. You have like that 1-2 punch. Like it doesn't really matter. Like it shouldn't matter who's the quarterback if you have Pickens and Davante Adams. You know what I mean? Like it really.
Listen, I think it can work. I just think he's got his eyes set on higher
for sure.
highs.
For
than
sure,
that.
it's
You know
him.
who I want to see him go to? I have no idea if it could work. I want to see him on the Bengals. Give me Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Davante Adams.
That would be
So
ridiculous.
Just forget T. Higgins.
We just
Yeah.
maybe
And
guess-
T. Higgins,
T.
but,
Higgins
like
is
that
in
would
the
be
trade.
crazy.
T. Higgins
T. Higgins is in the
T.
trade.
Higgins in the trade.
In the
I don't know if that could work,
trade.
but I would love to see
in
that
the
trio.
trade because
Burrow,
doesn't
Chase,
he need
and
to get
Adams.
paid? So maybe.
Yeah, I think he's gotta get paid. So I would do that.
I'm trying to think of another team. Maybe Commanders.
Yeah, I've heard
With
that.
Jaden Daniels.
Commanders, just do Daniels. You know, there's some young up and coming team, bro.
But I feel
It's gonna-
I feel like that would be good on like Madden. But I don't know. I don't know if Adams wants that either, man. Because like it's gonna be the
Yeah,
same thing.
He wants like an established quarterback.
Yeah,
As good as Jaden Daniels has been,
yeah.
I don't know. But
I feel like we saw the Ravens story low key with Odell last year, but Adams just better than Odell was. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I kind of want the Ravens because I have Lamar. I would like him to have more receiving options, but
I don't see it being a good fit though. It's just like the Ravens still don't even know who they are. They're still trying to. I think they finally figured out. Just give Derrick Henry the
just
ball.
run
and
the
play.
ball.
They finally figured it out.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
If you throw Davante Adams in there, kind of like I don't know.
But if you throw Davante Adams in there, it's like, are you gonna stack the box to stop Henry or
But is
over
Adams
the
gonna?
top to make sure Adams doesn't kill you?
Yeah, I mean, I know at this point he just wants to win, but I don't know if he would be happy getting
Listen,
like 6 targets a game as
Two
opposed to
tight end
12.
sets, play action.
Speaking of the Ravens, are we dropping Mark Andrews?
Yes, you should have did that
Yes.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Should have did that 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
dropping Mark
You're
Andrews.
dropping Mark
But the-
Andrews for sure, man.
But there's like no tight ends. That's the problem. It's
If
like,
you drafted Mark Andrews, you should have drafted likely as a cuff. And I know drafting a tight end cuff is crazy, but you should have did it. All right, you should've.
Drafting a tight end.
Drafted tight. Yeah, I did it with Brock Bowers. Oh, it's not a cuff per se, but still, just a tight end to
A
replace
tight
your
end
tight
backup.
end.
yeah.
Late rounds, man.
But like the tight ends are so bad. Do you really want two? If you don't have like one of those guys, like if you stuck with like Kyle Pitts, do you really want another
Yeah.
2 roster spots?
I feel like that this year it was like you had to get like Goddard like Goddard was there like late in like a lot of drafts. So it's like you could have got someone big and then like got Goddard on the back end.
Have
Yeah.
y'all seen? This is off topic. I mean, I guess it's on topic, but have y'all seen the petitions to like remove the tight end slot from fantasy football and just add another flex spot?
No,
I'm with it.
no,
I'm with it.
no. That's a cop out. That's a cop
There's
out.
still
I'm
players.
with it, bro.
Yeah,
Nah,
just
bro.
take out kickers too,
That's
man. Take out
It's because you're too lazy. You're too lazy to do your homework and try to find a good tight end.
homework.
Yeah.
Who? What are we talking about, bro? Even Kelsey is the one of the worst.
Exactly.
tight
So
ends
this
in
is
the
the
league,
year. Like you
Come
really
on.
got to find those
Yeah.
random tight ends. So
bro.
it's
Tight
like
end, bro. It's barely a position.
there's a strategy to it. It's like I
a
hate
strategy.
leagues that get rid of kickers too. Like no, you gotta
Yeah.
have kickers. Like
they got
kickers
they got rid of fullbacks, bro. You feel
No, but
me?
that's different because
Nah, bro. There's
that was
fullbacks
never-
putting up better numbers than tight ends right now.
There
that was
are.
never
Right
a position
now.
in fantasy.
There
That
are.
was never a fantasy
Right
position.
now, bro.
Speaking of fullbacks, y'all seen that guy on the Chargers?
Yeah, he's like 300 pounds.
He plays fullback, defensive tackle, and he's on special teams.
Yeah,
Pay
he's like
that
300
man.
pounds. He plays all three.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's crazy. He caught a
Damn.
pass, I think, the other.
Yo, but like
week one or
that,
something.
like to me, I don't know why more teams don't do that. Like not
just
just
have a huge person.
no.
Just
I'm
play
saying
all
I'm
the-
saying just have someone like that who could play multiple positions because you have like athletes. You know what I mean? Like it's like for that, it's like that's not a heavy workload. You know what I mean? Like he's fullback, he's defensive tackle, like, and he doesn't have to be like your number one guy on each. But like, he's
Yeah,
decent,
you know what that makes me think of. So, you're an Eagles fan, so you know about Mekhi Becton, right?
Yeah.
This guy is like 6'6", 350.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, he can't play O-line. He's too slow. He can't block. He's had a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Why not just put him at DT on goal line and just be like, yo, just be big as hell.
Yeah.
and
just be present.
Yeah.
Or like even on like field goal kicks or something, just put him at DT. It's just,
Yeah. I'm just
You're so
like, at some point, you got to be able to find ways to use some of these guys and just do it.
yeah.
So I don't know. All right, man. Y'all ready for a sit and start?
Let's do it. Every time he like does one quick juke, I'm like, oh my god.
Who is even y'all backup? I don't even know.
Tyrod.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Tyrod, come in, man. Win you a game, or at least get you to the goal line and then sell the game.
Yeah.
They can still make the playoffs with Tyrod and that defense.
That's only because the Dolphins are injured as hell.
All right.
Jets got to score on this drive, though. Let's go.
First guy got on sit and start, Patrick Mahomes.
That's a wild sentence.
Patrick
That is
Mahomes.
that is
That's
crazy.
wild, but
Patrick
it makes sense.
Mahomes at home against
Oh.
the Saints. Are we sitting him or are we starting him?
I'm starting him. I'm sorry. I'm not buying into this.
It's too
I'm not buying
early,
into this.
bro.
No, I'm
It's
starting
too
him.
early to sit
It-
Patrick
obviously-
Mahomes, bro.
Yeah, obviously it's Mahomes, but also because New Orleans, I feel like this might be a shootout game. So this might be one of those where like Mahomes, he's due. Put it this way, Mahomes. If anyone in the world was ever due, it's Mahomes. Mahomes is due.
Sebastian?
PMC gonna say sit him. I gotta start him, bro. You have to. You probably drafted him early as hell. Like you have to, bro. Your team is dependent on this. What are the odds?
Don't get too cute.
Don't get cute.
Don't get
man.
cute,
It's
man.
early, bro.
Listen.
It's
Play it.
early.
I'm gonna sit him.
Oh my
And
god.
this is why.
You have to have a really good backup, though.
You
That's
know
the-
what
Y'all
though?
say-
I actually feel him because they got the bye week coming up.
Don't switch up now. Don't switch up now. They do have the bye coming up, and that's
Yeah.
part of it because they're just trying to get into the bye.
Mm-hmm.
They have no one to throw to. No one. Like literally no one.
They got Kelsey still.
Yeah, but they're
It's the Kelsey game.
They're gonna
It's the Kelsey
triple
game.
team Kelsey now because like now they don't
Kelsey
have
game.
Rice. Like they just have Worthy who can't run anything except a go route. Sky Moore can't catch the ball. Like so I don't see it. I put it this way. I still think there's a way that they can win the game because it's just like I feel like these are the types of games where like their defense steps up and like Mahomes can do enough for them to win. But he hasn't been great this year. Like he's just done enough for them to win. It's like now they just don't have options. Like it's not necessarily like a Mahomes thing. It's just like I don't know who they're gonna put in. Like, is it gonna be Juju? You know what I mean? Like I saw Sky
These
Moore
are
drop 2 balls last week. Like, he's
yeah.
terrible.
It really depends. So, Peems, let me ask you, what caliber of backup would you have to have
It depends who
this
your
kind?
backup is. It depends who your backup
Because
is.
we got one in the chat last year, and I'm in the same league with this dude. He had CJ Stroud as his backup, and he benched Mahomes for Stroud, and it worked out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Who would you need to be? Like, what caliber of backup?
I think I think
Justin Fields, would you play Justin Fields over him?
yes, 100% I played Justin Fields.
Ooh,
Okay.
he runs though.
And
He does,
you're
he does.
talking fantasy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm
Yeah.
definitely playing Justin. I might have played Justin Fields a couple weeks ago before Patrick Mahomes, but like there's a lot of quarterbacks right now I'd play in this game before Patrick Mahomes. Like,
All right. Well, what about they're playing the Saints, right? So would you play Derek Carr or Patrick Mahomes?
maybe I think Derek Carr will have similar numbers.
I'm trying to think really how far are you going on this ledge?
Like,
bro?
yeah, like how far
like
Yeah.
Daniel Jones.
is he? Is,
Maybe.
no, I'm like,
Maybe. No, but I'm saying it's fantasy. Yeah, like, we're talking
He
fantasy,
can
not real
run.
life.
He can run.
yeah.
If-
You make really good points, but at the end of the day, to me, it's Mahomes, and like you can't bet against Mahomes.
I would let
Like,
Mahomes sell my season before I
Yeah,
bench him.
I'm
this
going down
early.
with that ship.
Yeah,
I'm going
it is
down.
what it is.
If I lose,
If
if
you're-
Patrick Mahomes' ass, that's on
it.
me.
That was just how your league
Yeah.
was. That's your year, bro. It is what it is. You can't.
You wanna be-
can't
yeah.
be. It's early, bro.
They don't have.
Would you be
anyone to throw
surprised
to.
if? Would you be surprised if he had 4 touchdowns this week?
Yes, I'd be very surprised.
You would be surprised.
I'd be very surprised because I don't know who they would go to. I
Kelce,
really don't know who they would go to. It would have to be all. It would have to be 3 to Kelce and like a random one to like Hardman.
I mean, who's their backup running back? Maybe he just gets in, bro.
Bro, they're on their
something.
backup running back. It's Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, hey.
Like, their whole team is hurt, bro. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Maybe he rushes one in, bro. Like, you never know. It's Mahomes. You gotta bank on Mahomes.
all
Betting
I'm saying-
against Mahomes is crazy.
yeah, but all I'm saying is like healthy or like somewhat, because they haven't been completely healthy the whole year. But I'm saying like at least with like Rice and like even Pacheco, like he hasn't been great. So to tell me that like with no Rice, no Pacheco, no Hollywood Brown, like he's like it's just not a good week, you know. And then after the bye, even they have the 49ers in San Fran.
So you're saying trade him then?
No,
Because you have
So
no
you're saying-
faith in him going forward.
I'm saying
no,
I'm
just
saying
this week. Just this week.
Yeah, I'm saying just this week, but I'm saying they need to make a move, or I would be probably trying to look to trade him because he's been okay, but he hasn't been great.
I'm taking that as go get Mahomes, buy low. I would go get Mahomes right now. Now's the time.
If you could get Mahomes for the low, do it.
Yeah,
Depending
if
on
you
what
need
your
a
quarterback
quarterback?
situation is, but
Yeah,
I feel like
I'm buying low. I'm buying low on Mahomes.
I feel like y'all are bugging. I mean, he hasn't been great, man. I think we're going too much on the name.
Yeah, but we've seen him put up MVP like seasons with no receivers before. He just did it.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't
Yo,
been. Honestly, he hasn't been that great.
Even before he had Rashee Rice, and it was just like Tony.
But
It
I'm talking fantasy and real life are two different things. Like in fantasy,
Yeah,
he hasn't
but-
been that great.
what you're telling me is you think he wins this game, but you think he'll put up maybe 14 fantasy points, which isn't great.
I think if anything, he'll have similar numbers to what he's had this year, which haven't been great. But it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be better.
Real. Honestly, he just got to cut the interceptions down, and he'll get you 18 points this week, bro. That's Mahomes. He'll get the ball out. Kelce will be his safety net.
Sure.
He'll probably get a touchdown or two, and
But
if he doesn't turn it over, you're
but,
good.
But what I'm saying is, I think the interceptions or the bad plays just because they haven't been healthy. That's what I'm saying. It's not a Mahomes thing. It's like, yo, their team's not healthy. Like they don't have good players. Like they're like Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice, are they're supposed to be their top wide receivers or top running backs going. Like, so it's not him. It's just
So should they trade for Davante Adams?
maybe.
They would never trade him in division, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, they
If you
never-
give me a
Raiders would never trade him in
1,
division.
if the Chiefs give him a 1, they'll do it, bro.
No, but it's like the Jets are gonna not be outbid.
They're not. The Jets aren't trading a first round pick for Davante Adams.
Well,
Yeah, they are.
Where's
No,
Daniel
they're not.
Jones at, man?
Like again, if they don't make the playoffs, they're all getting fired. Joe Douglas
Yeah.
is getting fired. Salah's getting fired. Like they're all fired if they don't make the playoffs. So it's like, what future are you mortgaging? They're gonna give them
Yeah, you really.
Daniel Jones, man.
My guy, he 3.9 last week, bro.
Hey, man.
3.9, bro.
That's crazy.
You running the risk. 1.2 and 3.9 on the board.
Yeah.
But you're giving him the nod over
I
Mahomes.
didn't know he was that bad. I didn't know he was that bad. To me, I'm looking at
And now he's got
I'm looking at the
neighbors.
attempts.
Neighbors out.
I'm
It's
just looking at
boomer
the attempts.
bust, bro.
I'm
It's
looking at
boomer
the
bust.
attempts. But yeah, I wouldn't play Daniel Jones. That may be like the threshold.
What about Geno Smith?
I play
Gino
I
good.
play
Gino a lock right
I
now.
play Geno.
Low key.
Okay.
Gino's a
I play
lock.
Geno.
What about Trevor Lawrence? Trevor Lawrence
Ah!
versus Indy.
Ah!
Trevor Lawrence versus Indy or
Ah!
Mahomes. Trevor Lawrence or Indy.
Ah!
We're both
I'll go
like
Mahomes.
borderline.
I'll
I feel
go
like.
Mahomes. I'll go Mahomes. I'm not playing Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Okay.
And I used to
That's
love
fair.
Trevor Lawrence, man.
Oh,
I don't know what he's
man.
on. He's got all the weapons,
pretty
but
bad.
yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, that's rough, man.
That's pretty bad. But you see 729 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, he's not that far off. Man. But all right, let's move to the next one. So next we got Dontavion Wicks.
PMC, I'm gonna tell you this
No
right
flag.
now.
No flag.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
I know. Go ahead.
Every single one of these dudes is sitting for me. Every
I'm
single
starting
one.
Wicks. I'm
not
Wicks.
starting Wicks, bro. I can't trust them, man.
They got
It's
no,
every other week, bro.
yeah, but they got no Dobbs, and Watson is doubtful. So it's like, who else are they gonna throw to?
Bro, it'd be 0. I think you got it up right now. 0, 11,
Yeah.
0, 24. It's 0 time, bro. This is what you do. This is what you do.
It's
It's
either
when they-
it's
it's
gonna
when
be
they
him and
have-
Jaden Reed.
It's when they have no one else that he's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
It's when they have the other pieces that he's, stat, we lost Wicks in coverage. I'm sitting him, bro. I don't trust him.
I'm starting.
Yeah, I think he's a good play for this week. I would start him.
Bring the chair out.
I do agree that like he's healthy.
Yeah,
He's
Love
not
was
consistent.
injured. Love was injured. Now Love is back. Those games
Yeah,
weren't
Yeah,
without
Love
Love.
was injured.
Love
too.
played the
Great point.
Love
Great
played
point.
the first game to the last
It was
snap.
week 1
Yo,
week.
but
week
that
1.
field was you can't count that.
Yeah,
first game.
that field was trash. That
You
was in
can't-
what,
you can't
Mexico or
count
some
that.
shit?
Yeah, you can't count
Yeah.
that first game.
Y'all bank on the Tavion Wicks, bro.
Tavion Wicks, man.
Do your thing.
Yeah, doesn't that name just sound like a Madden created player or something?
Yeah.
NCAA creative player.
Mm.
Tavion Wicks. All right.
I hope he does well, man. I hope I'm wrong.
All right. So next person we got DeAndre Swift against who are they playing? Panthers.
Oh yeah, trash Panthers. I'm starting them. This is one of those matchup situations. I think Swift showed some signs of life last week. Finally did something. So kind of showed they're not giving up on him yet. And Panthers are pretty bad against the run. They give up almost 150 yards per game. I think they're like 6th worst versus the run. So yeah, I'm playing the matchup here.
I just hate DeAndre Swift in general.
Wow. Okay.
So
Okay, that's strong.
I'm a DeAndre Swift hater. So I'm sitting him off GP. But I get it. I wouldn't be mad at it. I mean, like, the running back class has been a little shaky this year. So I get it. But I'm sitting him out of pure animosity. Fuck that guy.
Man, I'm gonna sit him. I think it's not so much a him thing. I think this goes back to like Caleb. I think Caleb has been like different every week, where it's just like sometimes he wants to throw to this guy, sometimes he wants to throw to that guy. And like last week, Swift got 7 targets, so that kind of inflated a lot of it and probably got him in the game more. But the Bears in general, I feel like this is like I don't know. I don't want to say a must win, but I feel like
It's a must win.
it's a I don't think it's a must win because I don't care. Like
Not a must win.
I don't care about the Bears, but like
Yeah, the Bears aren't trying to.
yeah,
Bears
but
aren't.
I think in terms of Caleb, like in like evaluating Caleb, like he needs to have a strong game. Like, what are we talking about?
I agree.
Like-
You number one pick. You got weapons.
And
I mean, he
You
hasn't.
playing the Panthers.
I
He
think
hasn't been bad. He hasn't been bad.
He's been bad, bro. What are we talking about?
He just hasn't been Jaden Daniels. That's the problem.
oh,
Lee.
Everyone's loving Jaden Daniels. Pull up
Yo,
Caleb Williams stats.
Lee.
Caleb. They're
He's
2-2.
been bad.
They're 2-2.
No, it's not about the win-loss. He has not looked good, bro.
he did. Throw
He
for
has
300
not
yards.
looked good, bro.
For his first 4 games, it's like, what do you expect him to look like? It's like,
He looks
Better than
I'm not-
this, bro.
if he has in your first 4 games, if you have one good game, that's a good sign. And he did throw 363 yards that one game. It's like
lost.
he's
It's not about the wins and losses per se. I want to see him
like those
I
are
wanna
normal.
see-
Hold on.
That's
Hey,
the problem.
He got 3 touchdowns and
wait,
4 picks,
wait,
bro. You're talking about
wait.
he's good? Like,
Wait,
no, bro,
with
he's
the
not playing
300
good.
yard game, he threw 52 times.
Yeah, bro, listen, he has not looked good, bro. I don't know why we acting like he's looking good, Lee. He don't look good.
Still counts. He still got those yards.
52
Listen,
times.
And hold it
is
against somebody.
crazy.
You got to throw it to get yards, right? It's like
Listen, man.
they let him
52
throw
times is
50-something
crazy.
times.
I will acknowledge that the Bears line is still trash, which I don't understand how they haven't fixed that yet, but whatever.
They got Caleb,
But, like,
man.
he hasn't looked good, bro. He hasn't.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's just I don't know.
It's the line.
That
That line is bad.
It's the line, but I feel like there's like even his play style, like when he does, like I don't like last week it was Swift, right? Like some weeks, like 1 week I think it was like Komet was like there, and then like another week it was like a Dunze. So it's just like I get it, like you can kind of go to different people because you have all those weapons, but he just doesn't like I don't know his identity. Like he's supposed to be like a scrambler. He doesn't really run that much. Like I don't know
So
what I'm supposed to expect.
Yeah, you playing him over Mahomes this week?
Nah, maybe.
Yeah, the Panthers, bro.
Maybe.
What's up?
Maybe.
Nah, you're
I
not
wouldn't feel
playing
good
Caleb.
about it. No, I wouldn't feel good about
You're
it.
not doing it,
I
bro.
wouldn't feel
You're
good
not
about
doing
it. No, I
it.
wouldn't
Chill
do
out.
it.
You're
I
not
wouldn't
doing
do
it.
it.
You gotta cut them picks down, man.
All right. Next is Cortland Sutton against the Raiders.
This is a very unexciting matchup.
Listen, man.
I didn't really look into this one. All I
Listen,
know is the
someone
Raiders
out there
are
needs to
trash. All I know is that the Raiders are trash.
Yeah.
Right, and they're playing like no one. Their running back is out. Davante Adams is out.
Listen, bro.
This is gonna be an ugly game to watch. I don't think.
I'm watching it. I'm tuned in.
I'm benching him. I'm benching him. I wouldn't be surprised if this game is 6-3. It's gonna be a defensive game.
It's gonna be a shootout.
Okay.
It's gonna be.
I like the Broncos defense a lot. Like Broncos
Yeah.
defense is legit.
Listen,
But
I'm gonna start him. I'm gonna start him just because I've been hating all week so far. So let me give somebody some love.
like you got his
The
stats right
Raiders
there.
suck, bro.
Either get the touchdown or he does nothing. It's not
Yeah,
like
bro.
He's getting the targets. I mean,
Yeah, bro.
He's getting
12,
targets.
11, 9. you know?
12 targets, 4 catches. Come on.
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Bo Nix is terrible. That's the problem.
crazy.
Like Bo Nix is terrible.
I haven't watched the Broncos.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna sit him.
I haven't. It's
I
not
watched
something
it
I look
last
to.
week against the Jets. So that was about it.
Nah, bro.
But did you guys hear that Travis Hunter said he would like to stay in Colorado?
For another year?
No, like on the Broncos, so he can stay in
Because-
Colorado.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
He wants to stay in Colorado, man. He likes Colorado. I don't know.
It's just that's I don't believe that.
Did y'all see
That's what he said, man.
what's his name? Is it the Raiders owner? Is it Mark Davis?
Yeah.
He was recruiting Shador, man.
No, he would never go there.
Listen,
Shador in Vegas is not a good
That's
mix.
exactly what we doing, man. I'm with it.
His dad should not
I'm
want that.
with it.
Deion
He's
should
gonna
not
let
want that.
happen, man.
I'm with
Deion should
it.
not want that.
He's not gonna
Yes.
let that happen, man.
Listen, Davante, stay, bro. Shador on the way.
Nah,
I don't even like Shador.
nah.
I just like the story.
All right. Zach Moss against the Ravens.
I'm starting him, bro.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I am. It's just a gut feeling.
I'm
Okay.
He
benching
be
him.
catching it, bro. He be catching the
benching him.
ball in the backfield.
I think you're starting to see the changing of the guard, Chase Brown time. Last week, they split carries. I think it was pretty even, like 15-15 or something. It was the first time he didn't get more carries. And just watching him, Chase Brown just looks more explosive. So it's going to be a tough matchup versus the Ravens. I don't really like either of those running backs, but if I had to pick one, I would pick Chase Brown.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I think more so just for like the Ravens defense. Like I don't think either of them are gonna have a good game. Maybe Chase, just because maybe they'll dump it off. But I think against the Giants, unfortunately, I think that's when Chase Brown will kind of officially take over and claim his spot.
Don't say unfortunately like you mean it, bro.
I'm just saying.
Fuck you.
Man. Just saying. On
Don't
prime
say it
time.
like you
That's
mean
prime
it.
time too.
Don't say that like you mean it, bro. You want him to go off against us so bad.
I don't really care, man.
Uh,
I don't really care. Last one we got is Jalen Waddle. So Jalen Waddle at New England.
Bench.
bring the share out, bro. Bring the share out.
No
Is it
face.
still Skylar Thompson, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing, man?
Yeah,
Skylar
exactly.
Thompson.
I might bench.
No, I don't even know.
bro.
I don't even know who they're
He's talking
starting
about
quarterback is.
Waddle.
It was Huntley last week.
Is Huntley?
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know. They're both hurt.
Yeah, I would strongly even consider benching.
I'm here.
England is nice too defensively. Like I'm not.
Yeah, this is one of those games again where it's going to be like a field goal fest. But I don't know.
He hasn't had double-digit targets all year, bro.
Who are you talking
He
about?
hasn't gotten more than 6.
We talking about Jalen Waddle. We were curious as to if you were gonna make the case to start him.
To start who?
Jalen Waddle.
Oh no.
Oh,
We're all on board there. We're all benching him.
No.
I was
I was saying we're benching Tyreek Hill, but we're not benching Mahomes.
Yo.
Yeah, because Mahomes
has
is
control.
a quarterback. He has control.
He has control.
But
Tyreek Hill has no control.
He's no control over that.
But the reasoning was, you got to die on the sword for all this stuff, and it's like you use more draft capital for Tyreek Hill than you did for Mahomes.
No, but it's just a position thing.
It's a position.
But I'm saying if you picked Tyreek Hill first overall, that doesn't constitute like, I may have to play him regardless.
It's not the same.
It is the same.
I'm
What
not
do you
picking
mean?
Tyreek Hill first overall in
not
general. That's just not how I draft. But in general, the quarterback is a more difficult position to replace than wide receiver.
Not in fantasy.
In fantasy.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's a numbers game. It's not. It's just not.
At the top, he's right, because there's always those one or two guys. There's always those one or two guys that are like levels above. Why are there balloons on my head? It's only one or two. There's only one or two guys that are normally at the top. Like when Josh Allen had those crazy years, when Jalen Hurts had those crazy years, Lamar. They're always a step ahead of everyone else.
Right.
So it's the same thing with tight ends, how Kelsey used to give such a premium because there was such a drop off.
Right.
So at the very top, I hear what he's saying, but like 3 through 20 are all the same. That's where it's like you mix and match. But so unless you have someone, but this year there's no one really going off like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You got it. I feel like it's the same. It sucks because I would definitely want to bench him, but like Tyreek Hill only needs 2 plays to win you a week. You know what I mean? Like that's just him in general. That was him with Mahomes some weeks.
So why you put Waddle on the graphic and not Tyreek, bro?
Because Waddle is probably more of a question to me, but apparently Tyreek Hill is a question.
Tyreek Hill it's a question. I'm just like,
He's
I
in
would
the.
bench
So Tyreek Hill, you're benching Tyreek Hill.
No, I'm not benching Tyreek Hill, but
All right, so what are you talking
What
about?
are my other options, bro?
Bro, you
Yeah, I
just
mean-
said you were benching him. I never said I was benching him.
I am, but
For-
it depends. Like, yo, listen,
You guys
I would think
that?
about it.
Put-
I would
put up
think about it.
Tyreek
I
Hill's
would think
numbers,
about it.
bro.
I would think about it.
Put up
But-
Tyreek Hill's numbers, bro. He hasn't done, bro.
What?
Like,
He hasn't done anything. He hasn't had quarterback. But like you still,
I know,
but you still
Exactly.
but you still
Yes.
drafted him though.
No, it's
Listen.
too late in the season to worry about where you
Put it this
draft
way,
people.
my faith in being able to replace or get decent production from another wide receiver on my roster is higher than my faith that my backup quarterback is going to give me anything.
Yeah, that's fair. Because your backup quarterback is probably like Trevor Lawrence. Your backup wide receiver could be some kind of flex
Bro,
guy.
it
I don't know.
could be. It don't even be a wide receiver.
But you,
You know
It's
what
like-
I'm saying? It's like, yo, you
But
flexing.
yeah, it's like you're probably replacing him with someone like Wan'Dale Robinson, whereas you're replacing Mahomes with someone like Trevor Lawrence. So it's like the
But that-
backup is going to be
I don't
better.
think so. I don't think so because it's like if you think about like if you have
I will say I do have Lamar Jackson and Kirk Cousins on my bench right now.
That's what I'm saying.
I have
like,
Kirk
that's what I'm
on
saying.
my
Like
bench.
you're gonna have better options in most leagues because it's a numbers game. Like it's 12 teams. There's only 12 quarterbacks that can play. So it's like there's 32 teams. Like there's 20 other quarterbacks that are gonna like that potentially could be available if you don't have one already. Like Tyreek Hill, we're talking about like if you have two wide receivers, like same numbers, that's what, like 64 wide receivers that are playing every week if you're not counting the flex. Like, so it's like you could, but I'm just saying, like, at this point, like, who are you replacing him with? Maybe you can replace him with Wicks. Would you play Wicks over Tyreek Hill?
I already said bench. But I would probably if I had to like.
No, I like my question. Wan'Dale Robinson, would you bench him for Wan'Dale? Wan'Dale?
Everybody for Wan'Dale right now.
Probably.
Wan'Dale?
Probably.
And Malik not even playing this week.
Yeah, that's
You
what I'm
kidding me?
saying.
30
Probably.
targets on the way.
Wan'Dale.
Probably. But my thing is, like, I don't think he's available.
Nah.
No, but you probably picked
hold
him
on.
up.
You're not benching Tyreek Hill for a dude you picked up on waivers.
Yeah,
It's just
you-
somebody you had on your roster already.
Yeah, you have to have a wide receiver 3 or 4 on your bench. You know what I mean? Like,
No, but
which is probably like
no. I think you guys are like, because you can't say that. It's like you're benching him. Like to me, it's like Robinson is playing regardless. Like you can't like it's almost like you're not gonna say like, oh, I'm replacing Tyreek Hill with Jamar Chase. Like Jamar Chase is playing regardless. You know what I'm saying? So
But is Wan'Dale playing regardless
I think
on
so.
every roster right now? Like, I don't know what
I
his
think
starting
so.
percentage is right now.
I think the second most targeted wide receiver in the league is definitely playing.
what's his doesn't it show his like percentage? Like,
Yeah,
you click
they
on
should
it?
have a start percentage. I mean, he didn't start week 1, probably, or week 2. Maybe he started getting looks week 3. And I think week 3 wasn't even a great week for him. That might have been the week he scored, but he didn't get a lot of touches that week. And then he went off.
It says he's rostered in 52% of the leagues.
Yeah, so he's only
like,
got
yeah,
less than half the leagues.
So
So
he's up 26% in the last day.
yeah.
So
So there's like a 50-50 chance he's available in the leagues.
Hey, man.
So that's like
I'd start Wan'Dale over Tyreek right now, which sounds absolutely insane, but that's life. Who is the Wan'Dale
I'm actually
equivalent?
looking.
but I don't
I'm actually looking at I just pulled up Fantasy Pros consensus weekly rankings, and they have him Wan'Dale over Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if you look at it, he's wide because I'm looking at it, he's wide receiver 24. He's playing. Like he's already playing. So you're not replacing him with Wan'Dale.
Well, apparently he's not playing.
No,
because
no.
50% of the leagues don't even have a roster,
Yeah,
bro.
but that's a different thing. Like if he's wide receiver 2 and he's not on every roster, it's like he's still wide receiver 2. Like he's playing. You get what I'm saying? Like you got to go by like the ranking. That's what I'm saying. Like
So you're starting Wan'Dale over. I think we all said we would.
yeah, but
Right,
what
this week,
I'm
yeah.
saying is he's already playing. Like that's not your replacement. You know what I mean? Like he's not on your
Okay.
bench, and it's like,
So
yo,
you
I
got
wasn't playing.
about wide receiver 60 something now.
Yeah,
For
like
who
No,
we-
but
who we're
like,
considering to replace
but you
Tyreek Hill.
just showed Wandell's only on half the
That's what I'm
roster.
trying to say, but he's like,
Yeah,
it's
but
two
I'm like-
different
but I'm
things.
like,
But I get it.
There's a good chance you can just pick
But
someone
Lee,
off
what
waivers.
he's
no
saying
I'm
matter
saying
is
he's
who.
wide receiver
you
24.
were
though.
starting Tyreek Hill and Wandell this week, regardless. Who is
Yeah.
your like? Even if you had the two other receivers, let's say you had Tyreek Hill and your second option was like, I want to say Neighbors because you could probably drafted him later,
Yeah.
but Neighbors is out. But like you could have that roster,
Yeah.
right? Where you had Hill and then you had another wide receiver like Devontae
No,
Smith or something. I don't know.
I-
But
I-
listen, based on what you just said, if he's 24 in a 12-team league, if you're starting two wide receivers, he's playing.
No, but Wandell Robinson is no one's wide receiver too.
No, but
Yeah,
you have to go by the numbers, just like you went by the rosters. That's what I'm saying. Like if he's wide receiver 24, he's playing. He's already playing.
Yeah, but regardless of the numbers, like if Wandell
So-
Robinson is on your team, there's no way he's you consider him
He
your wide
could,
receiver
but he
two.
could be. That's what I'm saying. The numbers say he could be.
Like
That-
you're
that's
gonna
what I'm-
have
That's exactly what I'm saying.
unless you completely punted wide receivers.
No.
Unless you completely punted wide receivers, you're gonna have someone better than Wandell Robinson.
No,
In
apparently
name,
not.
in name,
Apparently not.
Lee,
That's
in
what I'm saying. In
not-
name,
not in
but not in.
actual
That's what I'm
production
trying to
right
tell
now.
you. Like,
Yeah, but you can't just go on these 5 weeks. Like that's not how it works. Like
how
you still
can't
take.
I?
So you
So
would
you-
take Wandell Robinson over Stephon Diggs and Garrett Wilson because
Right-
he's been
right
better.
now-
than
Diggs,
both of
hold
them?
on, Diggs has
No.
been great this year.
But
He's got multiple touchdowns.
but look at Lee, he's put up 11.8, 9.8, 13.1,
I'm saying you
18.1.
can't just go on these 5 weeks. Like you're completely
So what am I
ignoring
going
like
on?
the past history.
So what am I going
Because, like-
on? It's
you're
fantasy.
so-
What am I going on?
So you would trade Patrick Mahomes for Sam Darnold straight up because Sam Darnold's better this year.
Yeah, in fantasy,
No.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then you win. I have no argument then.
But what
That
are
was
we,
my point.
Lee,
You
what are
would
we, Lee, what are
trade
we
him,
going
bro?
on? What are we going on?
Yo,
But what are we going on?
PFC, you wow.
You
What are-
just
you
you
guys-
just
you guys are
said
going on
what you
name.
just said. I'm going off what you just said.
But I'm saying, what
just
are
said
you going on?
this
Why
year
would
he-
you not do it?
Because he's still Patrick Mahomes. Like you can't just
But that's what
ignore
I'm saying. You're
his
going on
resume.
name. You're going on name, and you're not going on like what they're doing. Like Wandell Robinson,
No,
he put up 18 points last week.
And what?
So you're telling me he's not on a roster? Like he's on someone's bench? The week before that, he
Well,
put up
yes.
13.
There's a reason he's only rostered in half the leagues.
But what I'm saying is like that's only half the story. Like you can't say that he's not.
My whole
playing.
point is
So
if you're doing evaluations, you can't just go on this year. Like obviously,
You
what
have
matters
that's all
this
you
year-
have though. That's all you have. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it like
So
that's
we don't have
But I'm
Patrick
saying-
Mahomes' history of winning 3 Super Bowls that doesn't come into your
But
evaluation.
what I'm saying is like
Josh Allen's history of being a number
Bro,
one
but-
quarterback doesn't
so,
matter.
no, but what I'm saying is based on your thing, if I did it the opposite way, then Sam Darnold's not rostered. You know what I'm saying? Like there's leagues where Sam Darnold's not rostered. If I do it that way. You get what I'm saying? And
Obviously,
that's
I'm not saying
happening.
I'm not saying ignore this year. I'm saying you're not taking.
Yeah,
Why would
but
you
I
not
am
take
ta-
in
but that's what I'm
all the
saying.
factors?
No,
when
I
you're making your
am. I am
evaluation?
taking into consideration.
You just said you would trade Patrick Mahomes for Sam Darnold. That's all I
right
gotta
now,
say.
yes, because
That's all-
because
okay.
but listen, because at start at the start of the
I don't need
season-
to say anything else.
No.
You just said it for me.
No, but because at the start of the season, right? What were we saying about Wandale Robinson, right? Sebastian.
I know. I was saying.
Sebastian was like, "Yo, he did it," but based off of history, I said, "Nah, we shouldn't pick him. Nah, we shouldn't pick
Yeah.
him." But then what happened? He put up 11. Then he put up 10. Then he put up 13. Then he put up 18. Okay, now
Yeah.
it's consistent. Like there's a consistent history there. He's top 24, so he should be playing. So I have to take that into consideration. Like I can't still be like, "Yo, but Davante Adams though." But
we're-
Higgins.
We're doing.
Okay, so yo,
You get what I'm saying? Like,
PNC,
you have to use
PNC,
both.
Right now, if somebody was like, "Yo, Wandell for Tyreek,"
You would.
you would
say
do
yes.
it? Like you had Tyreek and somebody offered you
I'm
Wandell,
not-
you would make that trade.
I'm
bro?
not saying that I would do it, but I'll because you guys are making a different point. What I was saying is like it's comparable. It's comparable right now, and at some point I probably would. because
Okay,
the thing,
that's your opinion.
yo,
That's-
but you guys just
What's
said
the next topic?
no.
That's
Listen,
wild,
if
bro.
Skylar Thompson
said
is
what you-
playing for the rest of the
Okay.
season, you're gonna just keep Tyreek Hill because you guys just said you
I
wouldn't
would
do
still
that.
take Tyreek Hill over Wanda. If you
But
tell
you just
me
said you wouldn't
Tua
do
is never
that.
coming back, if you tell me Tua is never coming back, I'm still taking Tyreek over Wandell season long.
Okay,
Ah,
it's different philosophies then. It's different philosophies then.
Listen, I don't know about that one, dog. I probably would still too. I would still too.
Because
Tyreek
we're not
Hill's too-
talking
he's too
about
good.
we're not talking about
But you just
Joe
said you
Schmo
wouldn't.
receivers. We're talking about a top 5 receiver of all time. Yes, I'm still gonna take Tyreek Hill no matter what the receiver
But
is.
you just said you're gonna bench him, and you just said it doesn't
This week,
matter.
I said season long, and this week is totally different.
But do you see how, like, for me, I was like, hey, you have to consider draft capital and all that other stuff in terms of playing him for this week. You guys were like, nah. But then for season long, you're like, it is a factor.
Yeah, because it's different. Because season long takes into more consideration
Yeah.
of track record.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, but like,
Oh, let's go.
we can't do Robinson.
Who got that?
Listen, man. Shout out to the Jets.
All I know is you said you would trade Patrick Mahomes for Sam Darnold. That's all I heard. So
I would.
And Tyreek
Okay.
Hill for Wandell Robinson.
and he would trade. Okay,
All you need is 5 weeks for PMC. That's it.
I'm-
5 good weeks, and you could be on the team. It don't matter.
I'm just saying numbers, bro. Like, Patrick Mahomes hasn't been great the past few years in fantasy.
I see what you're saying when you're talking about flash in the pans, but we're not talking about flash in the pans. We're talking about top 5 at their
But
position.
I'm talking about fantasy, and I think you guys are giving more for real life than fantasy. Patrick Mahomes
It goes
hasn't
hand
been
in
that-
hand,
but
man.
no,
Their real
not-
life stats are fantasy
but
stats. What are you talking
Yo,
about?
so
It's the same stats.
But last year, the number one quarterback before he got hurt was Kirk Cousins. Was he the number
Kirko.
one? Was he the number one quarterback in real life? No.
Did he finish the number? Did he finish
got
the year as
hurt.
the number one quarterback?
He got hurt
Did he? So he didn't finish the year as number one quarterback.
because he got hurt.
So the guy who started hot didn't finish as number one
Because he
quarterback.
got hurt, not because he
Oh.
downtracked. He was number one
Yeah,
when he
but
got hurt.
Okay, but you're missing the point that no matter just because Wandell is top 2 right now, what makes you think he's going to be top 2 the rest of the year?
Top 24.
But what I'm
bro.
saying is, like, if he doesn't
And
get
targets, he's like top
but
2.
what I'm saying is,
Alright.
if he doesn't get hurt, then there's a possibility. Like, there's no reason that's showing me that he wouldn't.
But this is why you have to account for history. Wandell be getting hurt, bro. He do.
No, but
That's a part of his
not the
evaluation.
point Lee was making, because he's saying it's the same as Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins was number one, and then he got hurt. He wasn't number one, and then he stopped playing well.
We see
You know what I
every
mean?
year. Every year, there's guys who have good quarters to start the season, but there's a difference between having a good quarter and having a whole good season.
But that's not the
right?
same as someone getting hurt.
But Kirk is it. But with
All right,
Kirk,
you're
he's a bad
fixating
example.
on the
He's
hurt
a
thing.
solid-
You're
You
fixating
said
on the
it,
hurt
though.
thing.
But you said
You're
you
pick-
gave the example. It's not the same thing.
No, I didn't bring up Kirk Cousins.
Yes, you
brought up Kirk Cousins.
did. you said did he finish the year as number one? And I said no, because he got hurt. That's not the same thing as someone tailing off.
Okay, but you're missing the point. I'm off the injury thing. I'm saying sample size, right? So if someone does good for a quarter of the season and you're trying to project it for the season long, what makes you what do you put into your formula to say he's going to keep doing this the whole year?
Yeah, but what I'm saying
Do
is,
you not look at what they've done in the past to help you project the
and
future?
I have. And what I'm saying is, if I'm using that same thing, I would pick Kirk Cousins over Mahomes, wouldn't I? Because he was first before he got hurt.
I'll just be real with you. In general, I would rather have Kirk Cousins as my quarterback because that means I drafted him way later and he's going to give me good value versus me spending a way earlier pick on Mahomes where I could have got a different position. But that's just how I evaluate quarterbacks.
Sure.
But that's just me.
But see, that
You can have
goes
Sam
against what you
Darnold.
said
I'll take
before.
Mahomes. That's
It does. But if I have Mahomes, I already made that decision.
But that's what I said for
You know what I'm
Tyreek
saying?
Hill. That's the same thing. Because you're picking Tyreek Hill earlier than you are Mahomes. So you've already made that decision. That was my whole point. Like,
I know how. Listen, in the moment, I can't do that, bro. I can't bench Mahomes right now.
hey, man. Hey,
Hill,
man.
Hill has no control over who's throwing him the ball right now.
Again, your
I
logic
can't
makes
rock with
your
that.
logic makes sense when you're talking about.
I won't.
All right, you ready for your parlay, man?
Don't be angry at me, bro. It's you and Lee going at it, not me.
Just do the parlay, man. You're on, Sebastian. I didn't know.
That is $10 to win $26,420.76. So
didn't know
if
you
that
picked
works
that.
out, huh?
I didn't know you picked Dallas at the end.
Yeah, that was that one extra leg, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't like
At
You don't like
Pittsburgh,
it?
I don't like that
at
either.
Pittsburgh.
I don't like
Yeah,
it.
hold on. Again, this is yeah, I know the strat. Yeah, I know the strat. That is the 8 p.m. game. If I am sweating that, I already won.
Yeah.
If I'm sweating that bet, if
Yeah.
I'm sweating that bet, I already won because I'm probably cashing out.
Don't cash out, bro. Cash outs are weak.
Listen, if I'm at that point, if they offer me like 15,000, I'm cashing out.
So we
bro.
got to change the segment to cash out of the day.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna hit your parlay.
Listen,
You're never gonna hit your parlay.
I'll sweat it at least.
Cash out of the day.
I'll sweat it.
Why are they throwing it? Just run it. You're on the 1 yard line. Oh my god! Thank you. Touchdown.
I can't leave, man.
First and goal of the one,
Who
and they
scored? Who scored?
5 wide.
I
Garrett
think
Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
All right. About
First
time.
and goal of the one, and they spread wide. No one in the backfield, but it worked.
Yo,
Thank God.
Rodgers back from the dead, man. Y'all told me he was out.
He looked like he was dead. You should have saw his face. He was like, ah.
All right. Anything else? Anything before we close it out?
Do your live bet. Jets right now. Take them because they're coming back.
Yo, I almost put 20 on the bet. The Jets come back when it was plus like 900 or something.
They're still down, so it's got to be plus still. But
So you heard it here.
yeah, Sam Darnold, baby.
Sam
Better than Pat
Darnold.
Mahomes.
In
He's better than
fantasy,
Pat Mahomes.
yes.
You heard
he
it.
is.
You heard it. He's better than Pat Mahomes.
I promise y'all, Lee and Mike are friends.
Yo, I'm telling you. When do we play? I gotta find out when we play in our league. I gotta find out when we play.
Marvin Harrison's going off when we play.
Oh man, bro.
Oh, I forgot you have Marvin. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't want Davante Adams.
I'll be so sick if that happens.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's oh man, and I have Mahomes. That's the funny thing.
Oh man.
All right, that's our show. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all next week.
Wait, so PMC, are you benching Mahomes?